everyone, me and my team welcome you all in this session, Java Corona episode 1. I am Laba Ghulam Rasool Mehman. I'm the second year student doing my bachelor's in software engineering from Iran University of Engineering and Technology. I am a Java developer as well as I have really good command on C, C++, and now I am working and doing Python that is completely based on machine learning. This session is contributed by me and Zainab. Zainab is the final year student, and thank you so much, Zainab, for working with me throughout the session. Episode 1 is covered by me, and episode 2 and episode 3 will be covered by Asad Ali Jatoi and Fatma Yusuf. So, without wasting any time, moving towards the introduction of Java. So, the topic that we have to cover in this session is introduction of Java, history of Java, features of Java, and installation of Java. So, what is Java? So, let's start. What is Java? Java is a programming language that is based on OOP models. When I say OOP models, means object oriented programming models. When I say OOP models, it means everything in Java is taken as an object. Object is what? Object is nothing but something that has got some particular behavior, something that has got some particular state is called an object. For example, I'll give you an example. Let's see, you have a chair. Okay, that chair has got some particular behavior, and that chair has got some particular state too. So, according to relate with this example, we can say that Java is a programming language that is based on OOP models, means object oriented programming model. Later, other thing is that moving towards the history of Java, Java is first released by Sun Microsoft in 1995. See, whenever you want to start any company or whenever you start any startup, that company requires a team to run that company. That company will not be run by only one particular person. That company requires a team to run that company. So, relate with this, Java is first released by Sun Microsoft in 1995. Later on, it was developed by a team led by James Gazlin. That was pretty much simple introduction and history of Java. Other thing is that there is a very important flavor or what I say interesting feature in Java. Many famous developers was always talking about this Java slogan or said that it's a slogan of a Java. That slogan is that you can write your code at once and you can run it on everywhere. Means as you can see on your screen, I share your ppts, write once, run everywhere. Means you can write your code at once and you can run it on everywhere. Means you can run on your embedded devices, you can run your code on smartphones, on client machines, server machine, on internet access, on your embedded devices, or for the money transaction, wherever you want to wherever you want to run your code, you can. Okay, so in a sense, we can say that Java is everywhere. You can find Java is everywhere. You can write a code at once, you can run it on everywhere. Another thing is that another most important thing that Java is platform independency. Whenever I say platform independency, then what it means? It means any software that is run by any environment that is run by any software, any environment that is run by any software, that is platform independency. See, the software that run our computer, that is operating system. That software is operating system. Operating system work for us as a platform independency. Okay, that actually defines what platform independence is. Any program that can be run on different operating system, that is platform independency. So yeah, Java is platform independency. Now moving towards the features of Java, that what actually features Java have is, number one feature is Java is pretty much simple. Seriously guys, Java is pretty much simple. In Java we have API application and interfaces that keeps us Java as simple as possible. Another thing is Java is high performance. Java is a very simply and friendly programming language. It's very easy to understand, and In Java, we require very less memory, so we can say that Java is very high performance. Java have very high performance. Other feature we have, Java is very secure. Yeah, Java is very secure when we run our Java program on virtual machines. When we run our Java program on virtual machine, it can be keep us from virus. So in that sense, we can say that Java is really secure. Other is Java is very robust. True. Java is very robust. Java read our code. Okay. When it compile in compilation time and in the running time, Java check our code or read our code. So in that sense, we can say that Java is robust. Other is Java is portable. As I told you earlier, you can write your code at once and you can run it on everywhere, so that keeps us Java portable. Other is dynamic. Yeah, Java is dynamic when it comes to the runtime polymorphism. When we create objects in our Java program, that objects are evaluated from our runtime polymorphism. So that's why we say that Java is dynamic. Other is Java is distributed. Yeah, where you can write your code and I can access your code. That is Java is distributed. That is why we can say that Java is distributed. You can write your code and I can be access your code. That's why Java is distributed. Other is Java is multi-threaded. Multi-threaded, I'll explain giving you with the help of example. Multi-threaded means if I created any program like calculator, in that program I will perform two activities, addition and subtraction. Okay, that that two activities will not depend on each other, that I will be complete first, then later on you will be complete, after me you will be complete. No, that will run parallelly. That two activities will perform parallelly. That will two activities will perform independently. So that keeps us Java multi-thread. Other is Java is object oriented. Very much important feature in Java is object oriented. Later on, Asad will describe you more what is object oriented. Okay, it may be possible that Java is installed on your PC, and it may be possible that Java is not installed on your PC. So whether check that Java is installed on your PC or not. Just give this command. Open your command prompt and just give this command Java C. If this command recognized as something like that, it means Java is not probably installed on your PCs, on your system. Okay. So for installing and downloading Java, you just follow the four major steps. That is installation, downloading. When you are done with downloading, installing Java, now you want to run your Java program. So for running, you firstly you have to set path. So third step that we are doing is set path, and then again testing that Java is installed or it's working or not. So installation first step is downloading. Just copy this link, open your browser and paste this link and start downloading. After accepting terms and conditions, the setup will start downloading. Don't create panic. The setup will start. It will take some time to start downloading. Whenever you done with the downloading, it will ask for the folder, that which folder you want to download your Java. Okay, then you can click yes and welcome to Java. If your screen is showing something like that, it means it will ask for the accept license terms and installation. Just click on that and start installation. Then click next, and the last you can click on finish. And if your screen was showing you have successfully installed Java, it means you have successfully installed Java. So Java is installed on PC, Java is downloaded on your PC. So now you want to check whether Java is installed or not. So just go this PC, open your C folder where you have saved your Java. Just go to the program files. Just here you can see Java folder. Click this Java folder, and here you can see two another folders, that is JDK and JRE. If you can see these folder, you can feel happy that Java is can feel happy can be feel happy that Java is installed on your PCs. Now, what is JDK and what is JRE? Okay, JDK is used to develop the Java program. Now, what is the full form of JDK? JDK Java Development Kit, that is used to develop our Java program, and JRE Java Runtime Environment, that is used to run our program. Okay, they both are really important in Java, JDK and JRE. One is used to develop the Java program, second is used to run the Java program. You just do nothing in that folder, just go JDK, just and go bin folder and just copy this part. Okay, now you have to, now Java is installed. You can see Java is installed, and see now you can go again. Java is installed on your PC. Java is download on your PC. You can see that. Now for setting the path, again go to this PC and click, just right click on it, go to the properties. We are setting the path actually. Go to the advanced system setting, go to the environmental variable. Here you can see that in a system variables you can see the path. Click on that, click on edit and just new, just paste that path that we have copied through the JDK through the bin folder. Just paste this path. I'm not, and then just click okay. I'm not doing this because Java is already installed on a PC. I'm not doing again and again installing Java and set the path again and again. I just you can paste your path here and just click okay. Most probably Java and path is installed on your PC. Now you have checked that Java is that your program is running or not. Just go to the CMD, open your CMD and just write this command Java C. If you see a huge lines of something like that, it means Java is installed on your PC. Okay, now we are supposed to do our first program in Java, that is Hello World. So start from that class, firstly put class, and here you can give the name example 1. See, क्लास के बाद आप लोग जो नाम देंगे, whatever you want, it's your choice. उसी नाम से आप अपनी जावा प्रोग्राम को सेव करेंगे. Like I always prefer to save in desktop. Okay, sorry. क्लास का नेम मैंने क्या रखा है, example1.java, और आप अपने सारे जावा के प्रोग्राम्स को with .java एक्सटेंशन के साथ ही सेव करेंगे. Okay, just example1.java. ठीक है, हमने जावा के प्रोग्राम को सेव कर लिया कहाँ पे, डेस्कटॉप पे. नाउ यू हैव टू पुट static void main string array. See, keep one thing on your mind ke this line is constant whenever you write any Java program. ये लाइन हमेशा सेम टू सेम रहेगी, कोई भी आप जावा का प्रोग्राम रन कर रहे हो या लिख रहे हो. दिस लाइन is constant for every Java program. Now, what is public? Public is an access specifier, that is means you can access this public with the class or within the class or without the class, without the method. Okay, static is a keyword. It means you do not create object. Void is a return type. It means you return nothing. Main is the main method. It is the main entry point to execute our Java program. A string is again a class. As I told you, everything is taken as a class. So string is a class, and in that we can pass an array. Simply we can say that it's a command line argument, and in this I just print this hello world. Okay, system is again a class, and dot out dot println we use to print this hello. Control S for saved. Open your command prompt. Just put this command C. And now, firstly you have to give path where you have saved your program. I save it on desktop. Okay. Now, for compiling your program, Java program, firstly you give this Java C, and whatever you give your class name, just paste it with .java extension. जब भी हम अपने प्रोग्राम को कंपाइल करेंगे तो with .java extension का इस्तेमाल करेंगे. जब भी हम अपने प्रोग्राम को सेव करेंगे .java extension के साथ सेव करेंगे. See, when we have compiled our program, that our program is our source code. We can say our program is a source code. When we compile it, that source code will be converted into class file. That class file we call as a bytecode. See, जब हम इस सोर्स कोड को, हमारे जो कोड हमने लिखा है उसको कंपाइल करेंगे तो ये कोड कन्वर्टेड हो जाएगा class file. See, whenever I compile it, now wherever you save it, just go towards. I save it on my desktop. Here you can see that this is our class file. This is our source code, and this source code will be converted into class file. Okay, and for the compiling and for the running time, you just give this command Java example1. Just give the class name that you have saved. Okay, whenever we run this Java program, this bytecode means it will convert into bytecode. Okay, that bytecode will convert it into JVM. Will go to the JVM. JVM have interpreter. It means interpreter means they will check our each line of code. They will check our each line of code. Interpreter check each line of our code. Then that interval will go towards the operating system, and operating system will execute our program. See, it will print hello world. Okay, so I'm pretty much sure that what I want to say you guys understand. Here you can review on this slide that what is public, what is class, what public is static. Just review on this slide. Explain this to compile time. We have source code. That source code will be converted into class file. That class file, and when we run a program, that class file will be converted into JVM. JVM have interpreter. That JVM will be converted into operating system. Operating system will execute our Java program. Okay, now we just did program that. In that program we just print hello. Okay, what in the Java program if the user want to get input from us? Okay, for that do one example in which the user want to get input from us, in which we want to get input from user. Okay, in class I just put example 2 constant for every Java program. Okay, whenever you want to get input from user, firstly you have to import the scanner class. Okay, हमें सबसे पहले अपनी एक क्लास को import करना होगा. Import java.till.scanner. ठीक है, अब इसी स्कैनर का हमें ऑब्जेक्ट बनाना होगा. स्कैनर. जब भी हम जावा में कोई भी ऑब्जेक्ट बनाते हैं तो उसको न्यू के साथ इनिशियलाइज करवाते हैं, और उसके अंदर हम सिंपली सिस्टम डॉट इज यूज करेंगे. ये हम जब फ्यूचर से कुछ गेट करते हैं उसके लिए यूज करते हैं. ओके, अब फॉर एग्जांपल मैं यूजर से चाहती हूँ कि पहले वो मुझसे पहला नंबर ले, फिर मुझे दूसरा नंबर एंड उन दोनों को ऐड कर दे. तो फॉर दैट सबसे पहले मैं बनाती हूँ एक इंटीजर. पूछे पहला नंबर, that which number you want to ask, enter the first number. Okay, अब उसको इंटीजर a for example x dot next int किया। अब इसको मैंने यहाँ क्या किया है, मैं चाह रही हूँ यूजर x जो मैंने स्कैनर का ऑब्जेक्ट बनाया है वो इसको रखा है यहाँ पे डॉट नेक्स्ट इंट। अब मैं चाह रही हूँ जो यूजर मुझसे मांगे वो इंट में स्टोर हो जाए, जो मुझसे मांगे वो इंट में, मतलब जो मुझसे नंबर मांगे वो इंट में स्टोर हो जाए। इंटीजर ए मैंने डिक्लेयर किया है, उसको वहीं पे x डॉट नेक्स्ट इंट इनिशियलाइज कर दिया। अब मैं चाह रही हूँ कि मुझसे दूसरा नंबर पूछे, एंड एलन enter the second okay। अब मैं चाह रही हूँ कि इंटीजर b इसका मैंने बनाया है ऑब्जेक्ट b ओके। अब मैं चाह रही हूँ इन दोनों को ऐड करूँ, सो फॉर दैट मैंने बनाया इंटीजर, क्योंकि जब दो नंबर्स इंटीजर ही हैं तो उनको मैं इंटीजर में ही स्टोर करना चाहती हूँ, मुझे रिजल्ट भी इंटीजर में ही, तो मैंने इसका ऑब्जेक्ट बना दिया रिजल्ट। अब मैं चाहती हूँ मैंने जो ऊपर जो ऑब्जेक्ट बनाया a प्लस बी को, उसको जस्ट प्रिंट करना, किसको, रिजल्ट। इट विल गिव अस रिजल्ट, मींस एडिशन करके रिजल्ट देगा हमें, रिजल्ट को प्रिंट करके देगा, मींस इन a जो मैंने ऑब्जेक्ट बनाया है उसका, b जो हमसे यूजर हमसे लेगा, दोनों नंबर यूजर हमसे लेगा और उसको रिजल्ट में स्टोर करेगा और वो हमें रिजल्ट देगा। कंट्रोल, सबसे पहले हमें इसे सेव करना था जो नहीं किया, ठीक है। डेस्कटॉप पे हम इसको सेव करते हैं विद डॉट जावा एक्सटेंशन, ठीक है, हो गया सेव। अब open your cmd, just give this command javac with dot java extension for the compiling time. Okay, be compiled. Now for the run it will ask enter your first number, so I just entered 3, will again ask enter your second number, I just put 4, no, yeah, and just gives a result 7, gives the result means 3 plus 4 7. This is how we can get input from the user, and this is how you just print the hello world. And that's it for today's session, and hope you guys like it. If you guys have any query, any difficulty, you can just contact me through my email. Feel free to, I just give you reply each and every question, feel free to ask, and thank you so much.